Have you ever believed in chemtrails?
I never heard of them.
You never heard of chemtrails?
No. Oh, chemtrails. Oh, I thought you said like chemtrails or something.
No, chemtrails. Chemtrails are the worst. Have you ever believed in chemtrails?
I don't know.
Anyway, speaking of chemtrails, GTA 5, this game's full of chemtrails.
Oh, okay.
Tom, you've played a lot of this. I've played a lot of this. This is the PC version. It's the personal computer version. You can now play Grand Theft Auto 5 on your personal computer. How beautiful.
Yeah.
So, obviously, this came out last Tuesday.
Well, the game came out, when is it, like a year and a half ago?
September, like,
yeah.
2013. It was...
In theory, this isn't that big a deal. It's just a port, but it's been so long waiting.
It's a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal, but it's
probably a lot of people who haven't played this game yet.
True.
Like
us,
yeah,
for example. Yeah, I never got
it. Obviously, it came out September 2013. A year later, it came out in like November on the new consoles. It was supposed to come on PC as well, but obviously it didn't. Got pushed back till April. So it's finally out now, and thankfully, so I'm sure you can agree, it's a very good port.
It is very, very good.
It's an excellent port, which alongside MKX is a nice change. But
yeah, they're very good contrast of ports these days.
Honestly, but we're right at the beginning here. Literally just got out of the prologue. He's going to show off some story stuff and some open world stuff. And,
as you can see, Dan is driving like a fucking madman.
I'm driving like a man who drives a car.
You know how much it costs to put one of those signs up?
Which ones? The ones I knocked down?
Yeah.
I'm a very disrespectful person.
You are a very disrespectful person.
I don't care. Oops, sorry.
Oh my god, look!
I mean...
Such a waste, it's a needless loss of life.
If you're going to drive a car, like bikes in that sort of diamond shape, you just kind of ask
him, straight over the hood.
I didn't like that film.
Oh, that was close.
Oh god, oh Jesus.
Oh wow, you're just a monster.
I don't think we have to win this, so we should be okay.
No, it's not a race, you just got to follow him. But still, you animal.
Okay, so just reminded me that every character has like a special ability. Franklin's is like slows down time when you're driving, so you can get some more precise.
Yeah, it also increases like how far you can turn, so it's like very good for manoeuvring tight corners at high speed.
So it definitely increases manoeuvring.
I personally found it to be the most useful activatable skill, but Dan might disagree.
No, I do agree. I never really used the other skills.
Oh, you almost landed on him.
That would be nice. Yeah, and Jesus.
Oh, that's awesome in slow-mo.
It's consuming the like yellow meter in the bottom, in the right-hand side of the left hand.
If I recall, you get Franklin to back up just by performing dangerous driving stunts, like near misses, driving on the opposite side of the road, like they're doing now.
It's a bit like Burnout, actually, if you played that game.
I didn't, but I'm sure some of the audience has.
Yeah, Burnout's amazing. You basically got like turbo meter by doing near misses and stuff. Yeah, if I remember rightly, Trevor's is like a crazy rampage one, but I never really got the point of
It's
that.
basically do more damage and take less. You get more gauge by getting killed. Simple.
I thought you took less damage.
Yeah.
Then
kill people to kill better. Simple.
And Michael's is like...
His is his most contrite, most complicated. It's like it's just general slow-mo on foot, and you get it by performing things like headshots, critical hits.
Oh boy.
Just kind of... While the others are more easy to fill.
Wait. What's the difference between a headshot and a crit?
Just like I don't know, like on a helicopter hitting the pilot or something.
Oh, okay, like a good shot or something.
Yeah.
Basically. Because I was going to say, like, a headshot is a crit, technically, in the world of
yeah.
Good to Borderlands.
Yeah, oh dear.
According to the scientific journal.
You're the driving expert, you're not doing too well here. It's like, this punk is leaving you in the dust.
I mean, I'm catching up, so at least I didn't...
Look at his car, look at the comparison.
Yeah, no.
There's blood.
Mine's got
blood all over your car.
I have to admit, I think Lamar might be my favourite character in this game.
Really?
I think he's...
Just overall, or out of even the three protagonists?
I don't know. Okay, no, I'd say out of all the secondary characters, out of the non-trio, he's probably my favourite. I don't know about you, I just think some of his lines are just so... He's just such an idiot. He's just such a complete moron. And just the way he... I think it's the way that he talks and the way Franklin reacts to him that makes it so perfect. Because Franklin's just like, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
You'll probably see something in here. That's why I watched off the early games. I think Franklin is not Franklin. I think Lamar is a pretty funny character.
Yeah, it's a good place to start off.
Which is probably worth mentioning, actually, that this game's actually pretty damn funny, which I was not expecting going into this.
Yeah, you're pretty stickly for sort of video game humour. This is the guy who like turned down Borderlands 2.
I mean, that's not...
Just turned your nose up to it. So
not quite as... I don't think that's as controversial as you think, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, that's... Oh, sorry, guys.
I think that one's alive, that one not so much.
But yeah, especially coming off 4, which was too much serious and macabre for me.
They really tried to amp up the realism. I mean, people like realistically rolled off your bonnet as you ran over, which is just depressing.
Yeah, it was a bit depressing.
It's why Saints Row 3 was so successful, because, they flew off into space Team Rocket style.
3's amazing. That game's so good. never really finished 4. I have it on Steam. I should probably go back to that.
Yeah.
I didn't really. Oh my god! I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could duck in a vehicle.
Yeah, it's like when you're like hiding in an alley, if you duck down.
I can't say I've ever done that.
I tried it a few times and it wasn't really that useful.
But yes, especially coming off 4, which was like so fucking serious, so serious that I actually lost interest in the story because it was just too like. It wasn't very interesting, and also the juxtaposition of like Nico's like, oh, I've got to get out of this crime life, but I'm just gonna go rob this bank, or but you don't actually do that, but, you know. So to have this being a lot funnier, and it's incredibly witty. Some of the writing in this game is really funny.
Yeah,
it's some of the best video game writing I've seen in a long time.
It's quite a statement.
I mean, it's a Rockstar's pretty good at that. So.
Yeah, they've sort of nailed it at this point.
It's certainly the funniest writing I've seen in quite a long time. Like genuinely funny, because video game comedy's nice. So
it's very much. So it's.
And if not just difficult as we saw with Borderlands 2, it's pretty subjective, or it can be. Very few games are objectively funny. As much as you can be objectively funny.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm missing a door.
Yeah, I mean, you got that power up, but you might as well use it every now and then.
Yeah, honestly, I never use it. I just forget about it.
You might want to get into the habit. It really saved my skin a couple of times.
Another character that I think is pretty great is this guy, actually.
Simeon, yeah.
They front load this game with a lot of really great stuff, but I mean, it's not to say that the late game's is bad or anything. Oh, this stuff is so good.
I lost my save when I first did this, so I noticed this. You might not have noticed this. This is Jimmy. He's talking to.
Yeah. I realised that after the fact. When I remembered.
No, I'm not calling nobody.
It's so dumb. I love Lamar.
Oh god.
I don't say that.
So stupid. He's an international businessman.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just sleazeball.
Well, yeah, he's like.
I mean, that's kind of the point, I know, but he's...
Pulls out the race card in every single issue.
Hey, I love that. Every time you come back to him, he's trying out a different guy.
Wait a second.
Yeah, this guy's great.
Yeah.
They have some really great stuff at the beginning of this game, but
yeah,
it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty consistently funny, to be honest. It's pretty consistently great.
Oh god, that tattoo on his neck, entitled.
Fuck, I missed that. I never even noticed that. I love it. He gets so genuinely excited about all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
It's so good. But obviously, we're starting with Franklin.
Now we actually see the open world. Oh wait, no, you got a bit more. You got to go to your car, man. It's in the lot.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's in the.
So obviously, like it's not much of a spoiler.
You've got a very sexy starting car, I must admit.
It's pretty good. Still got it at my point in the game. It's Franklin's personal car. But yeah, obviously, that's sort of the unique twist of this game is that, I mean, it's not much of a spoiler because this game has been out for like a year and a half, is that there are 3 playable characters. Franklin, Trevor, and Michael. Obviously, we start with Franklin here. We'll probably soon get to Michael, but then Trevor's like a good 6 hours in, I think. From what I remember.
It was a very interesting move using 3 characters.
It's very ambitious.
Just every single Grand Theft Auto game, both in the story and out, encompasses sort of 3 personas, sort of rising up from the bottom to the top, being at the top and then being dissatisfied and trying to, you know, either start a good life or get out of the family or whatever, and just going on complete as a rampage. And each of the characters in this game sort of encompasses one of those, so none of them feel forced.
It's a good way to sort of
yeah.
To do all these sort of GTA archetypes.
Like every single GTA so far has been one character, and there are usually one of these things mainly, and the rest are sort of forced onto their character.
It's a good way to like.
Like GTA 4 is a perfect example. I mean, Nico was
definitely.
serious guy, and then the next second you'd be going on a fucking rampage, writing down fucking.
And it is a good way to sort of have that mix, but in a more realistic way. Love it. I love that. But to have that sort of mix, like you have got. Yeah, Trevor is the crazy rampage guy. Franklin's the more down to earth sort of.
So rising the ranks.
Michael's a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah, he's the one who's sort of been. He's been at the top and has retired. And stuff, like.
But he's sort of like he starts out kind of jaded, but then he sort of turns into a bit of a psychopath. And I don't want to get into like story spoilers, but there's no one in. I'm just gonna go out and say no character in this game is good. Like there are no nice people in this world.
Not at all.
Like the only nice people are like. Probably like not even them to us. I was gonna say people you meet in like random encounters are like nice, but some of them are just complete dicks. Like,
yeah, I mean, in terms of playable characters, the closest person to a nice guy traditionally is probably Franklin.
It is Franklin, but even he's still like a murderer and a psychopath.
Yeah, but I don't know, not as much.
Not to the same degree, but.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is the actual open world.
I'd still say he kills without much remorse.
Well, yeah, but It's kind of a job requirement for GTA.
Again, like I don't want to get too into deep.
You got to back up
into spoilers. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. I got my 500k pre-order bonus again. I guess.
Yeah, you get it for every new game.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
So, yeah, he pre-ordered because he was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Insert joke here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you get phone calls.
Yeah, that was in 4 as well. You never played 4, did you?
No, the only one I played is Vice City.
That was pretty good. I always get my timeline mixed up. Is that after or before San Andreas? It's after?
Sorry,
Before.
that wasn't even.
He deserved
You could have let him live.
No, he called me a dick.
Ran him down.
Pretty sure he called me a dick.
Okay.
If he didn't, I could tell in his eyes he was going to.
Yeah. So what were you saying before?
But, yeah, sorry. Before I murdered
Brutally murdered someone in cold blood.
I can never remember my GTA timeline. Is it 3 Vice City San Andreas? Or is it?
I know Vice City is in the 80s. So.
No, I meant in the actual release date. Real reality.
Yeah, pretty sure it's 3 Vice. I'm not sure which the order is, but Vice City and San Andreas came after 3.
I know that. I know 3's the first.
Pretty
one.
sure it was San Andreas, Vice City, but I might be wrong. Don't hold me to that.
I think it might be the other way around. I think
Possibly, yeah. I don't know my GTA very well.
I think. Again, I haven't played either of them actually.
Yeah.
Played a bit of 3, but I haven't played much of San Andreas. Mainly just because the PC port's a bit fucked. But
Yeah.
I think San Andreas is the most recent before 4. It was like 2004 or something, I want to say. And then obviously 4 came out fairly recently. So,
So yeah, what should we do then? The world's our oyster. We got.
we are very deep in. Obviously, like we got none of the map uncovered, so there's only so much we could do.
But look at the amount of things we have to do already, like compared to other.
Well, a
sandbox
lot of these
games.
are just shops, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we go to the strip club. We could go to the
Um,
car wash.
I think we should just go to this mission for now.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
think that the world doesn't open up until after this sort of prologue.
Still, this isn't how you play a GTA game. Just idling from mission to mission like the London
No,
Fucking
I
Underground.
mean it's definitely not what I've been doing, but early game you don't, they don't really give you that much choice.
Don't do this usually, honest.
I swear, play it properly.
Hmm.
I'm not a loser. I do want to show off some of the story stuff because I do think it's pretty
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
pretty good.
This little storyline, I don't want to show all of it, but it's pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh, this bit's pretty great.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
God damn it.
Yeah, there's a lot of really, really great, just really fantastic ride all the way through.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It's kind of what Rockstar's going for, employ them. So stupid.
And what, 3?
Between like me and Lamar.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I do like Franklin.
He's very down to earth.
He is. Like, I like his reactions to not only the main 2 characters, but also just
It's basically his
every
job in
character
this
the
game,
world.
just to be there and to react to it.
He's kind of like your surrogate. He's kind of like he reacts
Yeah.
how you probably would, or my control keeps disconnecting. But how you react as the player, which is pretty good. Yeah, employee of the moth. The end's missing. I've never had a black son. It's so stupid.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's so dumb. He's in like GTA Online, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Like,
like.
when you-
I'm the only one who's tried out GTA Online. He's like the first character you meet.
I haven't.
The look of betrayal on his face.
The character, like the character face and stuff in this game are fantastic. Some of these cutscenes look fantastic, they really do. My controller keeps disconnected, I don't know why. I do really like Lamar, he's pretty great.
He just keeps going and going and going. Oh.
Next month. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to show some of the... I might just hop into... yeah, I probably will. I'll hop into my main save after this.
Yeah, but it's got all 3 characters unlocked.
Yeah,
so you can,
so we can show off the characters,
show a bit of
the
gameplay.
world and stuff. I don't want to show off any story missions because I'm pretty deep in at this point.
Oh dear.
I'm getting pretty close to the end, actually. You finished it, actually, you said.
Yeah, I finished it earlier this
You
morning.
blasted it. So, I mean, I don't mean... obviously, don't get into story stuff, but what do you think overall, from start to finish? You like it?
Very much so,
Very
yeah.
good.
It's
Very
more or
good.
less, it's lived up to the hype, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad they...
The hype is real.
I'm glad... Oh,
You plug in the other one.
no, it's alright. I'll be alright. It's only doing that with... my joystick's on the PC. It doesn't do that on the PS4, but yeah, I'm glad that it was worth the wait. To be honest, I'm glad that the extra 5 months or whatever obviously paid off because it might be running a bit choppy at the moment because we are recording and I've got it on high or whatever. When I'm normally playing, you saw it before, it was running pretty smooth, pretty solid 60, medium high. So it runs great. They have pretty great like control support. Obviously, I'm using control here, but also you can easily switch on the fly between control and mouse and keyboard. Like if I just you know, I'm now playing with a keyboard and I'm playing with a controller, so you can just go on the fly, which is nice.
Yeah.
You can also.
What can you do?
You can also.
Oh, what's he
You
doing?
can also play with both.
Oh my god!
So that's kind of crazy.
He's a crazy man.
I've never found a practical purpose for that, but
Oh, tell you what, I'll work the camera. You work the controller.
forced co-op.
Yeah. Go on.
It's a pretty great feature, I have to admit.
Yeah. All right.
And it's pretty,
Okay, I got the mouse.
Oh,
I got the controller. Got the camera. Let's do this. Can I control the gun?
I don't. I mean, you
Oh, I
can't-
don't have a gun.
You can. Yeah, we don't have a gun.
Oh, I can. Oh, look, I can flip people off.
Hold on, let's just show this.
Yeah, go on then.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's such a weird feature. Maybe they intended it for. Oh wow.
Oh, we're recording now. Oh, we could have just done it all in this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's do the entire Let's Talk via Rockstar edit.
Have you used that?
No, I don't do anything to really edit.
Oh, fuck.
Go on. I'm looking at him. I'm dead locked on. Come on.
Hold on, I think you're fucking.
Dark Souls style. I'm locked on. Get him. Waste him. Oh. And the kill to back his toes. Oh, you want more? Oh. Can I?
Shoulder to the face.
Oh yeah, I can control it.
Are
Better
we
as well.
recording stuff again? What is going on?
Yeah, it's just recording a little bit from that. So I can sort of have semi-controlled the mouse. I can, if I click, do you punch? Oh, no, the mouse does nothing, but I can like.
I think we're confusing it at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't know what the hell's going on. All I control at the moment is camera. So
I don't know what to do with the.
I'll use my powers wisely. I think it's because of the mouse. I think
you should just.
I'm messing everything up.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
should just let go of that.
Nah.
This bit's gonna get complicated. Do you use much of the editing stuff and the recording?
Nah, but for the most part I ignored it. But I've seen people who've made like movies.
Oh, I'm sure.
from it,
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure bullshit's gonna come out of that.
There was a big controversy when it first released. It someone like within like 24 hours of the thing launching made an animal cruelty video apparently. It was like Franklin or something stomping a kitten. Oh, there's a gun. Gone. When you got this.
That's a lot of bullets.
I saw you the thing. You got this. Birth of time. Oh, left. Oh, that's
Pretty basic combat stuff. Pretty similar to the 4. Cover mechanics. Aim, shoot. People die.
Yeah.
You get it.
You get that little flash on the screen whenever you successfully kill someone.
Yeah, and like the red crosshair or whatever.
Yeah, shit.
Also, people often don't die. You have to finish them off, which is good.
Yeah. It would be so much more fun if they didn't keep shooting at you when they're down.
Well, that's what people do.
Yeah. As it does, like, oh, shoot the gas can next to him. There you go.
That's a this game looks good. Holy shit.
Oh, that's one of those main drawing points.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh no, you're
Whoa.
on fire.
I mean, you know.
And there's work dedication and there's that.
You mess with fire, you get burnt. So again, controllers being funny. With almost.
Yeah, well,
Oh man, this is fun. Alright, can I go from here?
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I don't think you kill him yet. Oh, I know, never mind.
So I could switch to first person if I wanted to on the fly.
Yeah, we can show off it off a bit. Oh wow, look at that. And you're still weak to bullets when you're in first person. You might want to.
Oh, I'm gonna die. But yeah, you can switch on the fly.
Yeah.
Like easy camera options.
Try doing this section in first person just to show off. It's one of the new features of the PC version, right?
No, it was on the new console version as well. It came with that version, but then obviously the PC version had it as well. So
Yeah.
the PS4 and the Xbox One versions had that. I don't think it got patched into the original, but I might be wrong. Again,
No, I'm pretty sure this is purely for the re-release.
Yeah. But yeah, this is on the new console version as well, so keep that in mind. But obviously,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice. They have some pretty nice. Hang on, I'll show off actually. They have some pretty nice like customization options that make it work. I think some of this stuff like they go pretty extensive with this. So you know,
If you go a bit one low into display and like graphics.
yeah, you can turn off head bombing and you could actually set presets so that when you're driving you go third person.
Yeah.
And then Obviously, graphics. You know, there are a lot of.
Yeah, there are.
There's a lot of settings. It's a pretty dense thing. I've got it mostly on high, so
Yeah,
and it runs.
you actually got a
well.
good PC,
So I'm gonna turn tessellation down a bit.
Mm.
Advanced stuff, you know, there's some pretty crazy stuff like distance scaling and like high detail streaming while flying. Because you do quite a lot of flying in this game actually.
Yeah, with certain characters. I think I've ever flown once with Franklin.
Mostly Trevor.
Yeah, well, he's
He's like the
I
flying.
think he was actually like a pilot.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was an actual job before he became like a crazy person. Yeah. It pays well, apparently, so I've heard.
Being crazy.
Yeah.
Being a pilot.
Both. At the same time, you're a gold miner.
What?
He didn't
Are you
make
supposed
it.
to? Oh, we supposed to? I thought we were supposed to chase him.
Oh no, there's someone else. They're after a bike and he hops on the bike. And he
I was gonna say, did we just break the mission? Where's the guy we have to kill?
He's up on that, in there, I think. Do you have a grenade you can lob in there, or...? Oh no, he's on the top. There he is.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, that's needlessly good. Alright,
What do we do, Lamar?
yeah, head back to your car.
Yeah, I don't know. I like first person in combat, but I never used it while I was driving. I never really used it when I was running around. It's a bit disorientating.
Yeah, I love it when you're driving, because,
I was never.
that was honestly one of my favourite things from Watch Dogs, driving in third person. It was just... Wait for Lamar.
I never particularly like first person driving in any game, to be honest. Racing games, I always default to third person.
Yeah. Has to be,
I know some people get really
Immersion or whatever.
into their first person driving.
Yeah, it's fun.
I can see why. It looks pretty cool. Oh, fuck. White cars
You got
on
like
there.
a power up, just...
Honestly, I need to remember to use it.
Yeah, just clicking your sticks. Click your sticks, trick.
So yeah, that's how you activate most powers. Just
Yeah,
clicking most sticks. With a controller, obviously, I don't know how it works with PC. Never really touched the mouse and keyboard controls. I don't know if you do. Like, I tried it a bit out of
it's sort of a
interest.
game you meant to play lounged on a couch rather than bent over at a keyboard.
Yeah, I tried it a bit. I had a sort of phase where I was switching to a mouse and keyboard for combat 'cause it was a bit more precise, but you don't really need that precision, so I'm pretty happy with playing with the controller. It's fine.
Like, rather than slowing down, like this tone, instead of slowing down, try and power your way through.
I know that's the way they want you to do it, but I just honestly,
Oh, you already got that to him.
I've already overtaken him.
Yeah,
I'm going the wrong way.
you're just too good at this game now, and you've broken it in the wrrong way, just too good.
But from what I played, the mouse and keyboard controls are fine. But
Yeah,
they
I'm
work
sure they're
really
okay.
well.
I was,
It works really well in first person actually when you're because it basically you just basically make it, if you rebind the keys especially you can make it just play off an FPS. So that's nice. Good fucking like, shit. Fuck.
you ran him off the road.
Some of the like driving while shooting stuff is a bit awkward. But
A little bit, but
just by the very nature of it. You gonna die? That'd be great if you died.
Oh, and the quarterback is toast.
Oh god, we're in nightmare. Let's just get out.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be the first person.
Oh, you got run over as well. I think you got the message.
Don't fuck with me.
Curb stomp him.
And another thing, hey, take this! You think I'm a joke? Where's Lamar?
Oh, he bailed.
Piece of shit.
Oh, that's what you get for trusting him.
Yeah, I guess. So there are also actually, just reminded me actually, there are actually like stats for each character.
Yeah, that's sort of...
Character-specific stats.
I can see what they were going for then, sort of make the characters more than just,
Yeah, see,
carbon
so-
copies of themselves.
Everyone has the same set of stats, but they'll obviously start with completely different ones.
Franklin is the go-to driver.
Yeah, he's got the best thing, whereas Trevor has the best shooting and flying.
Yeah, what's Michael's specialty again, in general?
Stealth, actually, and shooting.
Stealth?
And shooting.
Did you ever use stealth?
No. A little bit. There's some missions where they want you to, but
Yeah.
mostly not really.
He's got shooting and stealth, whereas... go back to Trevor for a second. He's actually got less shooting than Michael.
I mean, Michael's a professional.
He's just got more strength
Trevor's
and
just a nightmare.
flying.
So, I mean, some of these are pretty self-explanatory, sort of boost the effect of special, stamina, it lets you run fast for longer, shooting. I don't really know what shooting does, to be honest. Is it damage or is it accuracy or whatever?
I think it's like pretty much everything, except for damage. I think that's purely dependent on the weapon.
I know.
Things
I know strength.
accuracy, recoil.
I know lung capacity is pretty obvious. I know strength is like how much damage you take, but some of those are.
No, strength is how much damage you deal, and stuff.
Is it?
You get more by doing melee combat and sports like.
It's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
They had a similar thing, I guess, in San Andreas with the sort of eat to gain weight, exercise to lose weight, and that sort of affected how fast you ran and stuff and weird stuff like that. But
so wait, in San Andreas, could you in theory play the entire game as just like a massively obese character?
yeah, totally. But you'd have less stamina and stuff. You'd probably run slower.
I think it would be worth it for the comedy value.
Yeah, it would be pretty stupid to see a bit quick.
Oh
wow.
no!
See the main
The
guy.
main driver, ladies and gents.
To see the main guy in cutscenes obesely overweight. But yeah, some of that stuff's interesting. But like, I honestly haven't been paying much attention to it. It's not like you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly not like you have to go farm up shooting to
Yeah.
get better at it, because it doesn't even make a noticeable difference. So it's a nice addition, but it really doesn't. I think it's more just there, or for me at least, it's more just there to flesh out the character's strengths and weaknesses on the go.
Okay.
So you can see immediately that, like, hey, Franklin's obviously good at driving, and Trevor likes to shoot people.
It is. They complement their characters.
Yeah, but they don't make much of a meaning gameplay difference.
And you can actually level them up, sort of, by grinding the particular stats.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but you know, they never require that. It's not like, you're not going to be able to do this mission if you don't grind up strength to a certain degree. It's certainly not an art.
Yeah, it's more ease, I guess.
Alright, okay, so we should be able to, after this mission,
Yeah.
we'll just watch this cutscene again, 'cause it's pretty good. Apache blood, yep. I like it. Alright, well, we'll jump into my main save here and just show off some of the uploads.
Yeah, sure. Just show off a bit more of the other characters.
Okay, so, that's really early on. That's literally like the first set of missions after the prologue.
Whereas this is a good, how far are you into the game now? How many hours roughly?
About 20.
20 hours.
You finished it in how long? How long do you
God,
think?
I don't even remember. And I
Total,
can't be bothered to lie at this point.
The last thing I saw was 30 on yours, so,
Yeah.
but that was a couple of days ago, so probably
Could be anything at this point.
anywhere between 30 and 40, so obviously it took you quite a while. But
Yeah.
I'm about 20 hours in, but it seems like I've been doing way more side stuff than you have, so
Now this is Trevor.
this is Trevor. This is lovely Trevor. Look at him, he's beautiful.
Beautiful face.
He's, oh, look at that pose.
Oh, my... Oh, you should have gone print screen. It's him looking majestically up at the stars.
This is, so everyone has their own, like, personal vehicle. Franklin's was that white one, Michael has his own one.
Trevor has a truck.
This is Trevor's shitty one, but I've actually upgraded it to be uncanonically fast. So,
Oh.
we'll show
what's this?
we'll show off a Rampage.
Oh, wow, I actually don't know any of these.
You ever done a Rampage? They're pretty good. So there are obviously a ton of side activities that you can do. A ton of side quests. The side activities range from like really like sort of generic stuff like golf and swimming and stuff, flying lessons. There's some pretty crazy stuff, but I never really bothered with any of that.
Yeah, there were a couple more tame ones. I think there were like tennis and golf. I found.
But personally, the highlight for me of this game, outside of the main story, it's got to be the Strangers and Freaks missions. They are they're fantastic.
I never tried many of them, but you've told me very good things about them.
They are. I'm gonna. I think you can replay them, so I'm gonna try and pick one out that I think is especially good. But we'll show off a Rampage here. This is like a Trevor specific one. You can see on the map that there are certain missions, and this is one of them that have color coding. Orange is
Trevor, blue is Michael,
and green is Franklin. So
all right, here we go.
you can only do certain quests. Certain missions with certain characters. So.
This is him just being him.
Yeah, pretty much. So
is it just enemies in this point, or do civilians count for kills?
no, there are any instantly, to be honest.
No, what's the point?
So this is literally. So I can activate Trevor's power up.
Trevor's power, as we said, it's you build up the beta for it just by killing people, and it just means you take more damage and deal more damage. Very useful if you have to like tank away to your next cover or just wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did find myself using these a lot in Rampages. So there is like a very silly, very short story setup for these. Like Trevor gets insulted by someone and goes crazy. There are some pretty crazy ones later on where you're like shooting hipsters. This is one of the first ones where you just fight the hillbillies, which is stupid. You know, you fight police, you fight hipsters, you fight all sorts of things. This is one of the most silly side activities, but it's pretty good. It's a very Trevor specific one. But
Yeah.
trying to think of some of the other specific ones that are to other characters. Like there are Strangers of Freak missions, which are all specific to certain characters, but and they're like short, like storylines that will play out in certain ways and sort of go on for sometimes quite a long time. So it's like quite a few missions and stuff. I think I've done about 10 of them. Again, I'm not finished it, so I've got quite a few left. But I've certainly done everyone that I found. So we'll show off.
Yeah.
This is just ridiculous. This is just mass murder. But I think you should actually, having completed it, I recommend going back and playing some.
Yeah, after hearing this, I definitely will make a point to try out a few of them at least.
I'm going to show off one of my favourite ones, which is one I was talking to you about earlier.
Yeah.
It's really late in, like I said, I only just unlocked it, so a good like 20 hours in, so minor spoiler maybe, but it's all optional stuff, so.
Yeah. So.
But it's a pretty fantastic one, so I don't want to spoil it, we'll just get into it. So yeah, this is the crux of Rampage. You have to just survive hordes of enemies playing for so long, for like a good 2 minutes. It's just complete nonsense. But and that's the rednecks one. So there's like 6 of them. But I'm trying. So yeah.
So have you what other factions would you be fighting in the other rampages?
Hillbilly, Hillbillies is one of them. Gangs, police, hipsters. It's ridiculous.
So hipsters, what are their?
Yeah.
I mean, you can see hillbillies using things like shotguns. Like, what are the hipsters' specialties?
Just pistols, just shotguns, like assault rifles, just ridiculous stuff. But
oh man.
you can actually see some of these things are, it's telling me in the top left, I'm actually preparing for a heist, which is a huge part of this game. Unfortunately, I'm not really in a position to show that off.
No, it's a very spoiler territory.
Yeah, I would like to show off the first one because it was very good, but I'm not deep enough into the first save to do that, and it's doing that thing again. But they're very good. You basically prepare for a heist, and
yeah, the sort of larger scale missions that require a few preparing smaller missions, things like getting equipment, perhaps. Say if you're trying to sneak in as like disguised as someone, you have to acquire the vehicle of that group, like janitors or firemen or something along those lines.
I'm just gonna turn off things. He's just gonna talk shit for hours. But yeah, they're very interesting. They're very complicated. They're like often like heavy story points. Yeah, this stuff's fantastic. So. Basically, this is the first one. So the guy on the right is Russian. He speaks pure Russian. I'm actually going to move the mic so you can actually read the subtitles. But move over here. So basically, the crux of this is that you're doing like border control, and it won't work as well because obviously we can't hear it because we don't have headphones on. But this is like a Russian guy basically touting that we need to get rid of all the illegal immigrants because they're like ruining America. And that guy's pretty great as well. And Trevor's just like, what are you talking about? So the crux of this like set of missions is basically just that you are going around finding illegals, as they call them, and arresting them with stun guns.
Wow.
So it's a really fucked up set of missions, but it's pretty ridiculous. I just love it. I love that the guy on the right just always speaks Russian and Trevor never understands it. It's great. So stupid. There's a lot of very cheeky satire coming from Rockstar and stuff. You can see it.
Complete with Nazi salute.
Ridiculous.
My patriots.
Some of this stuff.
My racist senses are tingling.
Some of this stuff's pretty good. It's very on the nose, but legal.
Some of it feels boy.
It's really great. I love this stuff. You should really definitely do this.
Queen?
Definitely do this one, but I recommend doing some of the other stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I was talking to you about this.
Yeah, you told me a bit about this earlier.
Earlier, but I was saying that.
Mechanically, you mentioned that it was.
Yeah,
very...
mechanically, a lot of these are kind of a little bit dull. Like they're very repetitive. It's a lot of go from A to B, doing very basic stuff. Or
but it's sort of just the setup and the characters surrounding them. It's so unique that you're like...
That's kind of the crux of this whole game. Although obviously the story missions are a lot more diverse, but mechanically they're not that interesting. But the setup and the actual story and the sort of recurring storyline that these things set up are really fantastic. Especially this one. This one's amazing. And there are like a good 20 of these, and they split between different characters, and they range from like stuff like this to like. Have you done the one where you meet these like elderly British, this elderly British company?
No,
they're still like they're just completely mental. It's a Trevor mission, I think.
Well, what's new?
and
Mental people were hanging out with Trevor.
and they basically want you to. They collect like monuments, mementos is the word I'm looking for, of like celebrities, and they do really fucked up things to get it.
Oh wow.
And it basically climaxes with, not to spoil it, but it climaxes with you basically kidnapping a celebrity and eventually killing him.
Oh good.
You like put him in the boot of your car, you drive onto a train track and watch him get run over.
Oh.
As the elderly couple like blissfully
Gloat.
no, are just completely oblivious to the fact that you kill them.
Oh.
They're just like,
Well, there you go.
yeah, it's pretty funny, it's pretty ridiculous, but. So we're looking for some illegals here. We're looking for some illegal immigrants. But we haven't found any. But there they are. This one's pretty good. I like this one. It's like a fucking Mexican mariachi band or whatever.
What? A mariachi band?
Yeah, yeah. I can never think of something pronounce that. It's so stupid. So stupid. So I've got like a stun gun going. That I need to do it. So stupid. So stupid. I think this is the mission where he says, yeah. He says so stupid. It's very on the nose, some of the writing here. It's just like, how dare you come here with trying to get an honest job and support your family?
Bastards.
You fuck. You sick fuck. Oh, controller's doing well. I really need to fix that. I don't know if it's something with my controller or, yeah, there's the classic line.
They took our jobs.
Yeah, then Trevor's like, yeah, all those mariachi bands.
Bastards.
So what I'm doing.
So many American aspiring mariachi band singers.
Low paid jobs to support their family. It's very on the nose, but it's very funny. It's some really good stuff.
This is
Whoa,
taking
whoa,
glasses.
whoa, whoa!
Oh.
Yep, no, it's alright.
You take your glasses off, man. You keep adjusting them every half second. You're getting spun. Spun. Oh. Yeah. Usually like slow mo's when you get enough jump.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this is all even funnier just because one of those guys is and he's like just spouting all these pro-democracy American bullshit in pure bullshit. So eventually they'll crash and you have to get out. And I have to get my stun gun out and I have to stun these fucking mariachi. Well, they'll do it actually, I think.
Not today, you're fun. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, they've got like the full game.
You gonna do it or there you go.
I thought they were gonna do it.
So what exactly are you going to do with these mariachis?
I don't actually know. They just take them away, which is a bit weird. I wouldn't like to know what they do, to be honest. So,
Oh, that one's throwing up.
my honest work is done. They've got like guitars in the back as well. It's pretty fucked up.
What the mariachi band? What are you gonna do?
So it's such a fucked up side quest. I don't want to know what they do with them, to be honest. And this is the first of like these chains. These will generally last like 4 or 5 missions.
Like...
See how that goes. Have fun in
wherever you're going.
border camp prison.
I don't particularly want to know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take your car if that's alright.
Yeah. Sell the guitars, like
Yeah, they
What's it called, Craigslist or whatever.
America's a little safer.
For King and Country, they are not even. Oh Jesus.
Great.
Wrong
So,
country, but nice try.
So that's a great example of the Strangers and Freaks missions. They're like the
Yeah.
sort of the core side activity, I guess. They're like the recurring ones.
So those are the actual like side missions, but you got dozens of other side activities to do.
Yeah,
like golf,
really
tennis,
ridiculous stuff like
races,
stuff I never even
yoga
touched, to be
at
honest.
one point.
Yeah, that mission with the yoga is so great.
Yeah.
But as for the world, it's pretty big. Like you can see all
Yeah,
this.
I heard a statement that it's like the size of Vice City, San Andreas City, and one other thing I've forgotten, like combined.
GTA 3 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I imagine they weren't particularly big, but you've got all this city area, and then it goes up into like northern desert territory. So
Yeah.
it's all
It's
very,
all on one big island.
It's all supposed to be very analogous of California, and particularly LA.
Yeah.
The whole place is just meant to be LA, and it is called Los Santos.
Yeah,
so-
Los Santos.
just like Liberty City was an analogous for New York.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's GTA for the PC. I don't want to show anything else, really.
That's fair.
I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a great port. You
Yeah.
know. It's a pretty demanding port, but it is a very good
Yeah, you better have the specs to run. I mean, I can just barely run it, and I've got this weird graphical error I won't go into, but
Yeah, it's a weird one, but
yeah.
I've had no problems. There was some weird stuff at launch, but I think that's all been ironed out. It looks great. It runs great. Depending on your hardware, obviously. I think it scales pretty well. Depends.
Yeah, they actually have a warning when you choose the settings originally, like whether your video machine can in theory handle it.
They have like a video
Yeah.
memory. Sort
If
of
I remember
warning.
when you showed everyone, yours was like ever so slightly over the limit, but you seem to be handling it fine.
Yeah, the performance hasn't been fantastic, but that's just because we're recording.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I get smooth 60. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's GTA. I don't know if there's anything else you can think to show off on the top of my head.
You could Trevor owns an airport, right?
He does.
You could just like skydive out of a helicopter onto someone's face.
Do I have? Right, there's my airport. Do I have a parachute? Is the question.
Who even cares?
Do you have to buy one?
Yeah, from like the gun
Oh,
shop.
I thought you did. So just a lot of them from the shop, but
Do it for them. Just do it.
I never really. There's something about the flying in this game. I never really loved it. I hated it before, but it's a lot.
I
better.
actually went to the flying school in at the Los Santos airport,
Oh, did they actually teach you?
and it's like 8 really extensive tutorials. It's pretty intense. There's a helicopter there. That's slightly easier to
Is there a
make.
plane?
No, you have to actually buy a plane or something. There's a helicopter right behind you.
Oh, that'll initiate a race, won't it?
No, what, the helicopter?
No, the plane.
Yeah, go on.
The helicopter's pretty good.
Mm.
It was the planes that I found a bit weird. I think I just got it. I think you have to like alternate like the left and right bumper to choose a direction or whatever. But
Well, the helicopter, yeah, it's just like you fly up. It's left and right button to turn the actual thing left and right, but you can also
Yeah.
tilt.
yeah, it's a little bit weird. Just trying to get your head around how.
I definitely recommend if you're going to be flying a lot, go to the Los Santos Flying School and do all the missions there. It's a very good way to learn how to fly.
I might do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of story missions.
It shouldn't take you long to get to the actual city from here. Just fly up as high as you can and skydive onto someone's face.
Let's go south. Make sure you're going the right way.
Yeah. So, as we prepare to jump to our inevitable demise, anything you want to say to sign us off?
Not really. This is a fantastic game and a great port. Probably the if you can run it, obviously, if you have the hardware to
Yeah.
run it, it's the definitive version of this
I
game.
mean, just look at that view from here. The draw distance is pretty insane.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, obviously it's been obscured by hills, but once we get over this hill,
Yeah.
we should probably be able to see.
The entire, especially at night with all the skylights, that'll be a
Yeah, that's
pretty picture. Oh, I thought.
I mean, it's a great looking game.
I suppose if you
It's a
Yeah.
got this picturesque star.
Yeah.
moons
if you
around.
turned it well, you could have, I suppose, jumped out of the plane
Yeah,
onto that
I-
plane and hijacked
I
it.
considered that, to be honest, but
Yeah. This ain't no just cause. You got to have a little bit of sanity.
yeah, I was never sure if you had to hold down accelerate to. going?
Well, holding down accelerate is just to keep you level. To accelerate, you need to hold forward on the left stick. Because it's actually tilting that makes it go. But you're going to gradually descend as you do that, so you need to be holding right trigger fully in and left stick forward to just, maintain height and also go.
Yeah, I thought so. Helicopters aren't so bad. It's the planes that get me. They're the
Yeah,
ones that,
I'd go to the flying school. Actually, learn how to fly the
yeah,
planes.
I
That's
might
pretty.
actually. They did recommend that, but
Hmm.
I mean, look at that view. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
And it, I mean, I can't speak for the original 360 PS3 version because I never played it, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine that it had this much draw distance.
No, it might have done, but it would have had massively greater textures or something.
Yeah, and probably not
Oh,
great
that's
frame
right.
rate.
Yeah.
I will say, obviously, the Xbox One, the PS4 versions are out on new
Yeah.
consoles. They also run at 60, I believe.
Right.
They also have the first person, so they are fine
Yeah.
versions of this
Okay,
game.
we're in a pretty good area. I'll go down height a little bit, so stop moving forward, and you should just hold the right trigger. That should, have you
Right.
elevate a bit more.
So yeah, I reckon if you can run this, I'd get this version if you haven't played already.
Yeah, if you have the hardware to do it, definitely get this. If you've never played GTA 5 before, get this over the console version. It's definitely a winner.
But I mean, if you can't run this, there's no.
Yeah, exactly. If
The
you,
other versions aren't exactly terrible.
no, not still, but I'd say this is more or less the definitive version.
Goodbye, sweet world.
Yes. Oh, you have a parachute.
Oh, sweet.
Press A to open it.
You never accepted me, you fox. You think I'm some kind of freak? You're right at the bottom.
Oh, nicely done.
I thought that was good.
Oh, land on that guy's car. Hold left and right bumpers to slow down and
Oh,
actually properly
Jesus.
plan your landing.
This is like some Spider-Man shit.
Ah, you could have landed on someone. Ah, well. Close enough. Just get that over or something to close yourself.
You fucks.
You want to replace me? This is Rafferty mode. Trevor is Rafferty mode.
honestly. Wow, my health already went to break.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna go very well.
Nah.
Hate to break it to you.
Just grenade yourself at the feet to sign us off.
Yeah, don't have any sticky bombs.
You got a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
So, this is us at Double Thrill. Thank you for watching.
This is GTA.
This is Dan and Tom signing off.
This is GTA.
This is GTA.
This is the real GTA.
This is the
Oh, that went through the bus. didn't
Oh,
it?
nice. That's like some. Oh, no.
But I'm just gonna leave this to fade out as I blow up cops mercilessly.
Oh my god, end with a bang. End with your own violent, gratuitous death. Preferably by attempting a rocket jump with the RPG.
I'm so sick of society. Stop the whole world.
Ah, buzzkills. Alright, well.
But that's GTA on the PC.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Great version of a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.